So today I am here with Charlie. Hi Charlie.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm alright, how are you?
Very good, welcome to the Algarve.
Yes, we are in the most beautiful location in the Algarve. Found a pretty special camping spot, I would say. And Charlie is going to show us all around his magnificent 80 series Landcruiser. And I know a few of you have been itching to see this one. So here it is. So tell us, what's the car, what's the engine, all that kind of thing, I want to know.
So the original car, I brought this in 2014 from a chap living in London, and it's a Landcruiser 80, 1997, 4.2 turbo diesel,
The best one.
The manual, 24 valve.
Even better.
Oh yeah, 24 valve, and I brought it as literally as stock.
Yep.
He had it lifted. It was the same green as Don was originally, and
not that green.
no, it was a Jaguar racing green.
It's like a dark British racing green, isn't it? Yeah.
And last year, I took the car to Lithuania to get it blinged, let's say, and this is literally the end of the end product. This is the Millennium Falcon. Every car has a name. You know, childhood was always, the Millennium Falcon was the ultimate spaceship. So I'm going to show you the inside of this machine, and then I'll take you inside and show you some of the little tricks we put into the car for overlanding.
And for all those that don't know, Millennium Falcon is
it's Star Wars.
A Star Wars thing.
It's Star Wars.
Hopefully everyone does know.
Yeah. It doesn't shoot out lasers, but it's not far off it.
Yeah, it's not far off. Show us the...
So we put in an aftermarket alarm system, which is actually not based on Star Wars, but based on Knight Rider. And the idea is that when I walk away from the vehicle, rather than activate the alarm, I put on the alarm, the flashing lights, and I can change whatever setup I want.
Excellent. So it scares off those who get a bit too close for comfort.
Well, I think so. It's a deterrent rather than an attraction. I don't. But
can you activate it remotely?
Yeah, I've got the remote in my hand.
Fantastic.
And yeah, here's sort of Knight Rider. There's the Knight Rider. And I can't get the car to talk, but
that's brilliant.
At the moment.
So what's different on the outside of the car?
So start off with this is a 4x4 Specialist, a front bumper from Lithuania, and these are the guys that have made it, and it's sort of made for the 80 series.
Right.
And it comes sold with running lights. These are always your running lights.
Oh, they're always on.
Yeah, always on.
Yep.
It comes with the winch slot, which I covered up with my flippy floppy number plate.
Oh, so it just flips up.
I've got to undo the special catch on here,
Yeah,
which I can't tell you, it's secret. These I brought in America. These are car ID, I think 50 watt flood lights rather than spot beams. And these are just sort of inserts you put onto the floodlight.
You change the colour.
Change the colour, but also protects the actual.
Ah, yes, that's good actually.
Because of the chips and stuff from the road.
They do.
And it also matches with my indicator lights at the front. And then the winch is sort of snuck in behind here. It's a £12,000. Don't know who made it. Don't know where it came from. But yeah, it's all with Dynamo or Spectra rope.
Yep.
I put on how many horns? 1, 2, 3, 4 truck horns, which are just hidden behind the grille. Again, everything else is original. I've yet to change out the lamps. These are still stock. Not very good. They glow in the dark. A little bit sort of rubbishy. And I will be switching probably to Philips. Is it Ultron or Unitron, or maybe even Angel Eyes? I haven't decided yet.
Okay. So, rear bar work.
So the rear bar this was so again same company. He's put in a swing. Swing tire? This used to be underneath.
Yeah.
Here now is a water tank, swing away carrier. Again, all made by the same company. He's also put in rear camping lights. a small £5,000 winch, just in case I get stuck.
Get you out of trouble.
Get me out of trouble. Everything else is again stock. We put in aftermarket lights, light guards, and there's sort of a slight wraparound bumper.
Yeah, adds that bit of extra protection.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tell me about these.
And these are the
Gull wings.
These Gull wings, yeah. So they were sliding windows, and these are made in the UK.
Yeah.
And yeah, simply, you know, caravan locking latches.
Double lock.
Double lock, and you just press the button. We've got the struts, and
That's a brilliant idea. I'd like some of those.
so this is going to be my coffee bar. At the moment, it's sort of a bar, but I'm planning on having a machine in here run by some batteries that will make me a coffee rather than having to dig around in the back of the truck.
I'm glad you got your priorities straight.
Yeah. And then if I just quickly show you the lighting system, and I should put the power on. Are you ready?
Ready?
Steady, go. How about that?
Brilliant.
So this is my plan, is to sleep in the truck until I get a sort of roof tent and a roof rack sorted out.
I'm always a fan of sleeping in the truck.
Yeah. So this is the 5-star Landcruiser hotel.
What else do you need?
What else do you need? These tyres or boots are the BFG KO2. Originally,
That's the new model, isn't it?
Model. I had the original. I think I had ATs on before, just normal BFG AT. These are done about 3,000 miles only, so they're due for a rotation soon. Yep, 285, 75, 16.
Brilliant.
Standard, and on original Toyota rims inside. So yeah, so it's, you know, I've measured it up. It's about 3 meters by 2 meters. I'm planning on getting the Xped, is the Xped Duo Mat from America, put in here at the back, and then I'll inflate it with an electric pump.
It's a work in progress.
It's work in progress, WIP, and this is the drawer system. One is going to be designed or filled with tools and work kit, and the other one is going to be for camping and cooking gear.
Sounds a good setup to me.
And then I put in this sort of botch shelving system, which I think actually works quite well. It's basically all the recovery gear, the tyre, the compressor, piping.
Yep.
Some netting and other bits and bobs I can get access to by literally just unclipping it.
Can you show us one of the drawers?
Yeah, this is an empty drawer, but made from Lithuanian birch, so it doesn't squeak.
Oh, the good stuff.
And it's sturdy, and he's carpeted it. And what I haven't got is dividers yet, but the idea is to put it into. It's just purely the camping gear. At the moment, it's just got nothing in it really, apart from a toolbox and the multimeter.
And I see you've got your onboard air coming out there.
Yeah, so the compressor is in behind this panel, and this is the outlet, and I'll just clip it into and then I can inflate most tyres from within here.
What suspension are you running?
Right, this is running Old Man Emu, just 2-inch.
Yep. Nitro Charger shocks.
Yeah, Nitro Charger shocks, and I think it's a heavy duty springs, or maybe the medium. I'm not entirely sure. 864 or something.
And it's just a 2-inch lift.
2-inch lift. That's sort of standard 2-inch.
Perfect for overlanding.
No squeaks.
Snorkel.
I've had a few problems though with my rear sway bar, and that's again work in progress. It makes a funny noise. And he's also put on these what are they, ditch lights? What do you call those? These
or, something, yeah.
Yeah, and actually they have a function when I'm going into a jungle and I need to see where I'm going to the right, then I'll just put it on like that. And then on this side, if you have a quick look, he's put in a camera. You put in a camera in this left-hand side wing mirror.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm driving on the wrong side of the road in Europe, so I can then switch on this camera, which relays the picture to the screen in my car, and I can see any oncoming traffic without having to lean over and make a fool of myself.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, little camera, which links up to my 7-inch onboard system.
Right.
And this is a CB radio, which I don't know who to talk to because nobody uses them. That's that, really.
We have one.
You do? Right.
We can talk. And this being the 80 has the 3 diff locks, right?
It does. It has 3 diff lock.
With a twist.
With a twist.
Tell me about what you've done to the diff lockers.
So the diff locks, centre diff lock, which you use for gravel roads and snow and stuff, and then I have a front and the rear, and they were electric, and I've taken them all out and put in pneumatic ones, so air diff locks. Again,
a lot better.
made by a Lithuanian company.
More reliable.
Way more reliable, and you actually hear them engaging, and it's instant.
It's a good sound, that.
Yeah, it's a great sound.
Under the bonnet.
So under the bonnet.
Where everyone wants
so this
to
is
know.
an aftermarket scoop. It's not part of the. Yeah, it looks cool.
It does.
I think it does.
They don't have one originally.
Nope.
No.
And whether it cools the engine or not, it's dark, isn't it?
It's getting dark, but
You've got enough light there.
we can still see.
Got another light there. So basically, it's the lump of metal is 24 valve. It used to have
The good one.
That this starting system had to have both batteries in series connected to start it. The problem with that is if one had a slight voltage drop, it wouldn't start. So I switched it out to a 12 volt start, the normal 12 volt start rather than the 24 volt start. This is the nearest battery to the starter, so it's only for cranking the engine. This is all the toys, the periphery one, so this is the leisure battery. And running both of them is the split charger called intervolt DC-DC, and you'll see the blue light flashing, which means it is working. That blue means working.
That's good.
And basically what that is, it sends a signal to me in the car that when this one is running low, then all the power from the alternator goes to this battery and it charges it up.
And that has a solar input as well, doesn't it?
It does have a solar input, and that is another, again, work in progress. And the beauty of this system is that if I ever do have a Duff cranking battery, I just wire it from this one to this side, and I can start the engine.
Perfect.
Yeah, and then
Is that onboard air?
onboard air is just to the right there, which came from an Audi 80, and it's like a small cylinder which A holds the air for the horn, and B for the air lockers.
Right. Oh,
And also for airing up the tyres. So there's always
it does it all.
Yeah, there's always a reservoir of air.
That's what feeds the hose in the back.
Correct. And then on this side, so this is an aftermarket radiator, slightly wider. The rest is
Alloy radiator.
The rest is all stock.
Why change it if it works?
Well, he just said my other one had probably corroded too much, and for the price of these aluminium ones these days, and better flow of water.
You said the rest of the engine is stock. I was
Oh,
saying,
well,
why change it if it works?
The radiator.
No, I agree with changing the radiator.
And this is the control box for the diff lock. Again, everything in blue indicates there is air coming through the system.
Yep.
And if I have a leak anywhere, I can just cut the blue line and then use the connectors.
So what's different in here?
So, apart from the Millennium Falcon on my dashboard with Chewbacca driving it, this is the RAM mount.
I've heard a lot of good stuff about
Yeah,
this.
so this holds my Nexus 7-inch.
Do you rate it?
Yeah, really good. And then I had an aftermarket. This used to be an ashtray in here somewhere, and I've now put in this special slot. The compressors run from here. All my lights are from here. The intervolt display is here.
And the diff lockers?
And the diff lockers are
They're on the original switches.
original switches. Again, all the control panels for the heating. And then this is the sound system from AliExpress, and with the cameras, forward camera, but nothing you can see, rear camera.
Yep.
And that actually, that view is the camera in the mirror.
If I do this,
There you are, there's your
you
hand.
can see my hand.
There you are, that works. And then this is my bug out bag with the winch control and a first aid kit in it. Live USB feed, more stuff.
Stuff everywhere.
Just stuff everywhere. I just love stuff, obviously, as you can tell.
Big question. What have you built this for?
Good question. No, this is a daily drive, but also I've now got the option just to go, especially down in the Algarve. I can just literally pack up the car, head to southern Spain, go across to Morocco, go to Mauritania, go back to the UK, put the car on a ferry or a ro-ro to Namibia. She's ready for overlanding in Africa, which I haven't done yet.
She's going to get used.
It's going to get used and abused. Yeah,
Perfect.
that's the plan. She's not for sale ever.
Car for life.
Car for life. It is the Millennium Falcon. It was a rust bucket. It's now just, this thing goes at light speed. And no, I'm very happy with what's been done to it. Oh, one thing. The paint.
Yes, we didn't touch on the paint.
The colour scheme, well, it's Battleship Grey, but it's actually Line-X. And I think it's probably the only car in the UK, on UK plates, that's totally wrapped in Line-X. And
how many kilos did you say it was?
well, they said it's 50 kilos of paint
Crikey.
for the whole car. It took 10 days to prep. You know, most of the work is A, treating the rust, and B, is taking all the bits off it. Because if you don't get because it's quite a thick paint, if you don't get all the measurements and the distance right, then nothing closes. And it's supposed to be scratch proof, and whatever other proof you can throw at it. And yeah, once it's on, it stays on. You can't change the colour scheme.
What colour is it?
Battleship Grey, I call it, or
Yep.
that kind of, yeah, that kind of grey.
And I did hear somewhere that you might have driven from China to the UK.
Yeah, that was in my previous life in a Hilux, which was a 1992 again stock Hilux, because it was at that time the indestructible car, and I drove from Hong Kong into China, across Mongolia, across Russia, and then down through Western Europe to Cape St Vincent in 1 year. 1 year and 1 day.
Over 1 year.
Yep.
Amazing trip.
Stunning trip.
You do it all again.
Tough. In this car, I'd love to do it. But,
What was the best moment?
starting. The worst, ending.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah. Then there's many moments. It's just read the book.
Read the book.
I will get it done.
It's a book.
I promise you, I'll get it done.
Is it going to be an ebook?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. With lots of pictures, lots of maps, who I met, why I did it, and the problems I had, the cost, and as long as I can, lay a trail others can follow, then my job is done, really.
And if people want to see more about the car, or you even,
yeah, maybe
Where can they-
I'm a nobody. I think people more like the car than anything else. I mean,
I don't know about that.
Especially this one though.
you got some stories.
This is a
And I think the
this would
book's
be
a good
this would be a
idea.
classic.
Where can people find you if they want to find out more?
You don't find me. I hide.
There must be an Instagram.
I'm a hider.
But we will put the link for Charlie's Instagram account in the description,
Yeah.
so they can find you.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I'm on Instagram account. And you
That's the way of the world now.
And you can like me or not like me, but it's but just follow the car.
I think it's time for a beer around the campfire.
I think so. Should we spark it up?
Maybe a whiskey, actually.
A whiskey.